guys, I promised you a video here on YouTube, and today is the 19th of the 9th, 2019. What a nice synchronicity. So I've prepared for 10 people, short readings, and the way I do it is I look at a name, I tap quickly into the question, and then I made notes on what to say. So take this as just a small advice or input or insight into where you are, and just some food for thought for you. But if you really need to have more insight, I am available for WhatsApp call, voice readings, and in person, but I live in Cape Town. So then you can always go online, www.mariettatiernison.com. And you can book online, pay online, doesn't matter where you are in the world, because I work with people all over the world. I'm very lucky. So let's go ahead and look for Lorraine Roux. Lorraine, you asked me for your current work path, and what I really saw is that it's very important that you always be challenged by your life mission, which is a life mission very much of detail, very much admin or specialized or very perfectionistic, very much to look that you put the I dots on the I, that you really don't go for the bigger picture, but really focus on detail, 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 with mouse vision, no eagle vision. So it's really making lists and schedules and plans, and that is actually your life mission. You are this year in a year where you're actually finishing off a cycle. So it could be that you feel ready within the next year to actually look at something else. But for your whole life, your life path is one of very much order and structure and systematic planning. You need to guard against scatteredness, because that is the shadow side of your personality. So stay focused, stay every day focused on what is important for the time being, and never think that you can really do more than one thing at a time. I want to go on into the next one. And Lorraine, be very aware that there is a lot of conflict at the moment when it comes to your emotional life in your daily life with family, and that will actually go on for quite a while. So stay focused on your life mission. Christine van Staden asked me, how can I sort out my relationship? Christine, what I felt and what I saw is that you're really a loner. You learn through emotional losses, you learn through deaths, you are very comfortable by yourself and on your own, and you really have a rather unsettled emotional restlessness, and it will always be a problem for you to be really committed to one person, or you will find, oh my goodness, let me just put this off. All right, I thought I'd play some nice music, but this interrupted. Christine, what I also saw is that your life mission is really one of empowering yourself. And if you cannot at the moment, and the possibility is very strong, that you cannot do everything in this relationship, because there's always the tendency for third party. And if you cannot make it right, and if you're not happy, the choice needs to be with you, that you then decide to actually call it a day, which is a possibility, because the whole year already, it was very much a year of conflict, and I saw a lot of arguments and struggle, and or that you step back and you allow yourself to really just do what you need to be doing, and maybe that all the chit chat and communication and arguing is getting you nowhere, and that you stand back and you make a decision from a very centered distance, and then decide and sit down and discuss it like two adult people that take a responsibility for their own happiness and lives. Cindy Spies Snelling, you asked me, will the farming improve? And my feeling is, Cindy, you don't like change. And change is inevitable here. And you finished a cycle completely. And my feeling is the circumstances cannot be changed. But you can change where you're going to go and what you're going to do. And that at the moment it seems that you cannot hold on any longer to being actually very much an earthy person and connected to the earth, and that this can also lead to that maybe you need to take a different direction, that you need to find something else to do, because even your relationship is going through major changes. So will the farming improve? I don't feel that the farming will improve at the moment, because the writing is on the wall that change is inevitable and that you need to work around the changes that you need to make and not try and change the circumstances. Mitsy Ginsberg, you asked me, will I find peace again? And I want to say to you, Mitsy, this is a tall order, because you're at the moment in a year where you need to find your own peace. In other words, peace cannot be found at the moment in your circumstances, your whole emotional life, your whole life, in fact, even your life mission in time to come, is all about that you need to find ways and means to work hands-on, that you need to be responsible for your own life here on earth, for your own work, for your own income, for your own comfort zone, and that you really need to also prosper for yourself. So to find peace within means that you need to take stock of your life and where you want to find disciplines and put certain things into place that give you that peace from within, and that you then can sort of switch off from the outside, really go within with meditation or prayer or good music or even doing yoga exercises, but that you really do something, or go for a walking meditation, but that you do something that takes you inward, because to have peace of mind is a oxymoron. It doesn't exist. So you need to actually get those spaces that bring you peace, where you're not engaged in the mind, but where you're really in silence, in questioning your inner self and making time for that stillness. Then you will find peace within, but it needs to be a discipline. We cannot just expect results when we've lived our whole life in a chaos or in thinking that we are not in control, and then suddenly expect changes within a week or 2 days, and then we say, but it doesn't work. So don't shoot yourself in the foot. Genet, you asked me whether there is a curse that is being spoken out over, or that you have a curse on your family, where I feel, Genet, the curse is not on your family. What I find is very important here is that you need to realize that you're the one who doesn't let go, and you very easily interfere into other people's lives because you think that you know better. Your whole life at the moment is that there is conflict in family, that there is conflict in nurturing, and that there needs to be a change, but a big change, which is not just improving something, because this year you will feel very limited and most probably depressed when it comes to family. That's why you think you need to push more, you need to ask more, you need to discuss this more, you need to give more, and it's exactly the opposite. You need to know that this is a transformation taking place over the next few years, and that you need to actually take a step back and nurture self. You are very much a person who needs to look after self, focus on self. There is no way that you are a family person. You're not a community person. You need to look after your own financial freedom and after yourself. So focus back on self and step out of your own way and step out of the lives of your family completely, and let them all get on with it by themselves. There's no curse on the family. The next one is for Who did I write down here? Chantel de Villiers. You asked me about your relationship, and I would like to say to you, Chantel, if you've tried everything in your relationship, then you need to know that your life mission has to do with that you actually need to be an enlightened being. In other words, you need to trust that when you've given your best, that you then need to step out of the way, do what you need to be doing for yourself, and let the universe or God or spirit take over here, because you need to go with the flow. You cannot sacrifice yourself anymore or feel sorry for somebody here, and even if that includes yourself. You need to step out of your own way and let God take over here, the universe or spirit, whatever you believe in, but you need to go with the flow here. And if that means that you at the moment experience something that you haven't signed up for, then you need to let it go, and you need to know that the universe actually has your back, and life actually happens for you, not to you, and you need to actually focus on emotional stability within self, and that you're actually a very powerful person. You need financial freedom, you actually need to do your own business, you need to do your own thing, and you have very much everything in place. So do that and step out of your own way, and know that your name is not Jesus Christ. So don't sacrifice yourself here for a relationship, because your relationship with a higher being, with the universe, with God, with something bigger than yourself is more important than your personal relationship. That needs to come secondary. How can I improve my current financial situation? Is Lizelle Oberholzer. Lizelle, you need to actually really focus more on caring for yourself, looking really after the family, being a caregiver, because that's what you really are. And when you follow your life mission, which means that you need to focus on family and caregiving and looking after other people in a caregiving role, even being a home decorator, and letting other people put in the effort of finances, i.e. here, your husband or your partner, that they actually need to be the breadwinners, and you need to be the home decorator and look after yourself and nurture yourself and nurture your children and nurture the people around you and take care of those, then your financial situation will be a given. It will sort itself out. So take more care of the caregiving part also to self, because then the money will fall into place. The end goal needs to be your caring, your giving, your love that you give to yourself and others, your care that you give to yourself and others, and then the money will be just a given. Magda, you said, Magda Kraus, you said, how can I let go and work on a new goal in life after retirement? And Magda, what is very important is that you need to know that your life mission has to do with, you need to be always your own authority in life, which means that you will find ways and means to really look after yourself. Something else will fall in place, but you need to be not sitting on the fence and making it right for everybody else, or over-compromising yourself, or actually also idealizing your emotional life, your relationships, because they will actually stab you in the back. Those things, all those things come to delusion you or really betray you, where you need to see it as you're very much on your own, and you will be on your own later in life, pretty much on your own, although I'm not saying that you won't find another partner. But what is important is that you need to be able to say you're happy to be alive, you're happy to be strong, you're happy to be moving on, and that there will be another way to make your own money, and you will find that. I have no doubt that you already have ideas what you want to put into place, and you need to follow through. Remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. And you need to give your ideas time to actually really, like a seed in the ground, needs to grow so that it then can bear fruit, and that you will know also already by the end of the year and by the end of next year, when you've put things into place, you will actually see that you will bear fruits already by the end of next year, where this year is a bit stuck. But it's just stuck because you have to learn certain things, that you need to look after your own life, that you need to look after your own retirement, that you need to look after your own finances, and therefore you need to step away from the fear of that they will be not enough, because you will be able to be the authority in your own life and to be your own breadwinner and to actually manage well. You're actually a business person. So do what is a challenge here, because you will be able to step forward and you will be able to do it. Don't be a caregiver. Don't be a family person. Focus on self and your own life and your own future, and do not depend on your children to look after you, because they're not supposed to be doing it. You need to be doing it for yourself, to also find your own self-confidence, your own self-worth. No matter how old we are, that's just a belief that you're too old for something, or too young for something, or too yellow for something, or too green for something else. Those are belief systems that do not serve you. Debbie Bester, the next one. How do I shake this empty feeling in myself? Debbie, you also have a life mission of you need to go with the flow and you need to be an enlightened person. In other words, you really need to look after yourself here, in knowing that happiness is an inside job. And sometimes it takes some work to really realize that your thoughts, gratitude and forgiveness also, of practicing meditation with gratitude and forgiveness every day, is a full-time job. To get yourself more to a place where you feel creative within yourself again, fulfilled within yourself again, and that even in the process of going with the opportunities that come into your life, which I really see, and this year was a year of finding your own spiritual truth, it's very important that you put disciplines, I call them blissciplines, like Vishen Lakhiati calls them, from Mind Valley. And he also put a 6-phase meditation on YouTube. Search for the 6-phase meditation, Debbie, and do it every day, like exercise, because you will see the results after 30 days. You will be more at peace with yourself, you will have more in touch feeling with yourself, and you will actually get out of your head into your heart by knowing that you suddenly feel responsible and in charge of your own happiness and your own inner feeling of wholeness. Wish you good luck in that. Robbie Grobler, that's my last one for today, and we're already on 19 minutes. Robbie, you actually have quite a lot of luck in money, so next year looks really good if you put at the moment your work into place in such a way that you concentrate on detail, that you take small steps, that you look at the detail also of every contract and everything that you do, that you keep on specializing in whatever you do, because it's very important that you focus on one thing at a time and that you do not scatter yourself. By next year, you're very much in a new cycle of your life, and it should be going well then. If during the next few months you actually finish off a lot of old projects, old things, old thinking, you need to get away from your scatteredness in your daily life, and you need to start focusing on that. You need to put one foot in front of the other one. You need to take action to have positive karma in the future, which means then you will really find better work situations and circumstances, and that you have a lot of to do here, which might also mean that you have to work more for yourself, because you need to have your own life in place, very organized, very systematic. And even it could be something as simple as doing bookkeeping for people, or being hands-on, which I see at the moment, that you do a certain specialized engineering or craftsmanship, or that you're an artisan in some other way, but that you need to put this in place, and that you need to move away from letting family influence you, because family is normally that which makes you depressed. And you need to step away and find your focus, to focus on your life, because you need to focus on that. Because the older you get, the more you will look for financial freedom. And you will have it if you follow the advice. And herewith, I'm done for today. I wish you all a wonderful Friday and a good weekend. Till next time, namaste.